Salutations, sheeple, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sunplex0, and today we're doing a little thing different. So if you guys have seen my TikTok, follow me on there, by the way. I have been talking about how I have a bunch of different goals for this year. One of the goals that I have is to participate in at least 2 costume contests. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a while. It's something that I've almost done multiple times but have backed out multiple times. But now I'm not gonna allow myself to keep doing that anymore. So I found this one small free con here in the city of Chicago called UchiCon. I believe that's how it's pronounced. And while I was signing up to participate in that con, I found out that they also have a costume contest. So I was like, oh, since it's a free con, it's probably small. And for your first costume contest, a small one would probably be for the best, no? So I signed up for that as well. There is a costume that I have already made. Well, for the most part, have already made. It needs to be finished, and I'll explain in detail about that later on. But it's Princess Luna from My Little Pony, specifically this figure of her. It was very important to me to try and basically bring it to life. So in this video, I will be going over how I did that and what things that I need to do, because hopefully this will be a video up of preparing for my first costume contest, and then I'll have a video up of the aftermath of my first costume contest. A costume contest is something that I've been very intrigued about the idea of participating in since I've started making my own costumes, but for some reason or another I've been hesitant about it. Either A, because I'm not good enough, or B, just some reason or another I was hesitant to participate. And while I do believe that I'm nowhere near like a professional level or anything of the sort, I'm also trying to ride off of the waves of I don't need to be perfect to do things that I want to do. And if I want to become perfect at it, then I need to work my way towards being perfect, and sitting back and doing nothing isn't going to do anything. Something you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So now I'm preparing to do that. One of my main fears, I will admit, going into preparing for a costume contest is I fear how I'm going to react to it. I'm kind of a sore loser, but I also recognize the fact that I'm a bit of a sore loser. For example, one time when I don't remember how old I was, like 13, 12, somewhere around there. I was participating in karate class, and everybody was trying to get from their white belt to their yellow belt. And we had to do a series of poses or something like that, a series of moves that we should perfect it in order to move on from white belt to yellow belt. I messed up on 1 or 2 of those, and because of that, it resulted in everybody else getting their yellow belt but me. And I do remember crying about that because I was particularly upset about it because I had tried so hard, but my best wasn't good enough or something like that. And there have been like a few different experiences like that throughout my life. But also at the same time, I'm not 12 anymore. I am 21. But I am still a bit worried that if somebody else wins besides me, then I am going to burst into tears because of, oh my gosh, I put in all this effort and I didn't win. But I'm also perfectly aware of the fact that if somebody else wins over me, it's because they deserve to win over me, either because they had a better technique, better use of techniques, or something else they had that was better than me, whether it be more experience or something else of the sort. So that is something that I'm aware of and will keep in mind going forward. But I am afraid of my initial reaction of basically all of the tension releasing, because like once I'm done with like the initial bursting into tears, I know I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy that this person won because I can clearly see what they did better than me. But also it would be really embarrassing if I were to like burst into tears because I win or something like that, you know? So yeah, that's that. So now that we're done talking about my fears involving participating in my first costume contest, we're gonna go over what I have done for this costume so far and what I still need to do. It's basically finished. There are a few things that I would like to touch up here and there. I have finished the cascading train that you see. I finished the skirt. I've taken one of my corsets that I've already owned and I lined it with the purple that you see in the figure's corset. The shoes I have left as is because I tried to make them, but there were some issues here and there. We may attempt to do that again, but still not too certain yet. We might just leave everything as is. And then the shirt and the wig, those are what we're going to be focusing on. The shirt, as you can see a bit in this picture here, it's not very fitting me well. That's because I didn't properly finish it, because in my defense, I was already making 3 other costumes that weekend. One of them that wasn't for me, so that one wasn't I'm just glad that it held on for as long as I did. It lasted for that con that I first wore it at, and then this con that you see here in the picture, and then it actually fell apart. The seams of the shirt popped while I was in the bathroom right after I managed to take this picture with Tara Strong, which I no longer fuck with, by the way, but she used to be one of my favorite voice actors at the time. The seams popped while I was in the bathroom. Fortunately, part of the reason why they popped was because I was taking the costume on and off because I was running back and forth to different photo shoots at the con that day, so I had another costume. I don't know what I would have done if I wasn't wearing another costume that day. So that was fun. That was fantastic. That was a little funky fresh or whatever. I need to remake the shirt essentially, so I've bought more fabric to do that. And last thing is the wig. As you can see here, the wig, it's all right. It looks decent. What I did was I took 2 wigs and I basically cut up the purple wig and then sewed, well, more like glued the wefts from the purple wig into the blue wig. Due to that and the fact that I was rushing because of the other 3 cosplays that I had to make, you can very clearly tell that it's not of the best quality. Like, it's not the best work. That plus the fact that it's not curled like how it is on the original figure, which technically speaking isn't really a big deal, but if I'm bringing a character to life, I would like to be as accurate as possible, especially when I'm referencing something so specific. I'm gonna try and do something that I've never attempted to before. I probably shouldn't be attempting to do it now. We're gonna try and fix the original wig if this doesn't end up working, but we are going to try and make a wig from yarn. So that'll be interesting. I've already bought yarn in the colors that I've needed. The materials that I need for the base of the wig should have showed up today, but we got hit with the snowstorm and then a cold front. So I do not believe that that's gonna be happening. I'm not sure when it's gonna happen. I'm terrified that it's not gonna be this week. So if that is the case, guess I'm fucked. So yeah, we'll hopefully that goes well. We will see about that. This is a smaller con, but I'm still gonna try and be as prepared as possible. Thanks to this amazing cosplayer who participated in Fan Expo's costume contest back in 2023. They had an amazing concept for their design. They were Sun from Security Breach, but in the Baroque style. It was very well executed. I love seeing it up close. I managed to get to talk to them on Instagram afterwards and ask them some questions. They were very detailed with their responses. You guys should go check them out. They make some really cool things all the time. This cosplayer did actually help me get into a better mindset of, okay, this is what I can expect while participating in a costume contest. This is what I should probably bring, yada, 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 yada. So I will be using some tips from them that I got to help prepare for this costume contest. I will be taking pictures and recording myself as I go. I will be making a binder of these pictures and so on and so forth. As of recording this video, it is currently January 14th. The costume contest is on January 27th. I'm not too sure if this is going to be a prelude to me making the costume video or this is going to be the very intro of my video finishing making the costume, but either way, yeah, I think that's really all I need to talk about for right now. I hope to see you guys in my next video. If you would like to, you guys can check out the other videos on my channel. There should be a video there where I'm ranting about fashion at the Met Gala, and there should be another video there where I am once again ranting, but this time about some other random topic. Who knows what'll be up there by the time I get this video out. I love ranting about things that I have no real education on, but feel really deeply personally wounded by. So yeah, thank you guys for watching to the end of the video, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.